what did you think of Top Gun Maverick, Lauren?
So it's obviously not really a wheelhouse project for me. I've been actually making a joke that can anyone tell me whether this movie already came out yet? Because it was like the entire COVID period, like it kept getting pushed back and back. And I didn't really think there was an audience for it. I couldn't imagine, like, because the original film is such a timestamp of when it came out. We do forget that it's the most important film for the video revolution because it was the first title to go at sell-through pricing. But I didn't think that there was really anyone with any warm fuzzies to the point where they were screaming for a sequel this late in the game. Thing is, it's pretty much a great film. And I do not think the original is a great film.
No.
So anyone who wants to say sequels are never better than the originals, Bride of Frankenstein and this film would like to talk to you because both are clearly better than their, the film that came before them. Here's the thing. Without spoiling anything about the movie, it feels like a real movie. Do you remember when you used to watch film in the 1970s or 80s and the film let you breathe and it wasn't full of quippy dialogue because it thinks everyone watching it has ADD? And even something like Top Gun that has all those obviously big action sequences, there's long sections of the film that kind of like are allowed to breathe. This film doubles down on that. It lets performances come up and it lets a lot of minute detail matter. But what's really cool about this movie, everything about the planes aside, is it's really a film about two people who are refusing to have a conversation because it's painful. So the action scenes are the conversation. And that's such a great literary device for a film to take. So on one hand, you have this big summer blockbuster, and it is all those things. The actual mission that they're training for is some of the most intense filmmaking you're going to see this year. But on the other side, there's a real humanity to the story that we just don't get anymore. I saw that Doctor Strange movie, and I friggin' hated it because it felt artificial from the first frame to the last. Nothing felt real. I didn't give a crap about anyone. No one was a real character. They were just an image on screen and a name and maybe earlier incarnations or earlier appearances that you cared about. This is exactly the opposite. I went in thinking, I don't care about any of these characters from Top Gun. And damn it, they made me care about everyone on screen. Even the characters that you're set up to think, maybe I'm supposed to be a little colder on this character, are allowed to have their moments. Now, I'm not a big believer in arcs for every character. I think that's an oversimplification of what characters do. But this film legitimately uses every character to put the narrative in a better place. It all builds to a thing. You don't get summer blockbusters like this, and you really don't even get independent films that are this focused on telling a good story with compelling characters anymore. It's a great movie. Don't go to see it just because of the airplanes. Go to see it for the story, because this is one of the better blockbuster stories that you'll ever see in your life.
I just looked it up because I was like, who wrote and directed this movie?
Aaron Kruger, one of my least favorite screenwriters of all time, pulls off an amazing screenplay. So,
well, Christopher McQuarrie also co-wrote it. The guy behind The Usual Suspects and a movie that I think really got overlooked back in its day, The Way of the Gun.
Way of the Gun, baby.
So yeah, I mean, it makes sense. You put something like that in the hands of good writers, and
that is
something good happens
because you can feel the screenplay is alive. It's not an afterthought.
Like this, be sure to subscribe to the Region Free YouTube channel and also check out the Patreon to get exclusive content and become a Regionaire.